All right. Hey there. It is gotta have to think what I'm gonna say here, right? It's a few minutes after 11 a.m. Central Standard Time here on Friday, the 22nd of December 2023. Man, oh man, guys, listen, we're about 3 days from Christmas. So guys, you can start thinking about buying presents. You don't have to buy them yet, but you can start thinking about it, right? I know the ladies have already got it done. They've been going at it hard for the year, right? How are you guys doing out there? I see a few of you are already here. Sats, Michael Johnson, what's up? Merry Christmas, my man. Hope everyone gets what they want from Santa. He says, Data, what's up? All the best to your family, your friends, those we can't reach anymore, even those we don't even like. Best wishes to everyone out there and here, and make sure you eat as much as you possibly can. Well, Lord knows I always try anyway, right? Brian, good to see you there. I'm going to have stand-up energy today. Yeah, I know, right? Because I'm standing up here. And then Evolution, good to see you. Listen, guys, man, oh man. So, it's a year now, right? It's basically a year. A year ago, last month, this month, depending on what market we're talking about, I was talking about the idea that we were going to see new all-time highs, coming up. And that the stocks had bottomed, stock indexes bottomed, and Bitcoin had bottomed, and the dollar was topping out, and all that fun stuff. And here we are now, a year later, and it's all been true. But man, oh man, people gave me some hate back then, right? They called some really seriously stupid names. But Wazobia Dollars, what's up, man? Good to see you. So today we're going to take a look at some chart requests that you guys have had. I figured, hey, listen, it's almost Christmas here. I'm going to be out of the office early today because, Christmas, right? And then I'll be back on Wednesday of next week. And then next Friday, usually Fibbo's here with me every other weekend, every other Friday, unless he has something come up. And like I said, and so this next Friday, he won't be able to be with us. He's visiting family for the holidays. But he will be there then the following week. So the first week in January, that first Friday is when Fibbo will be back, guys. Okay. Michael says, haters going to hate, right? No kidding. Taharka, what's going on? Ethereum Classic. You want to see there, eh? Spiral Architect, good to see you. Yeah, guys, while you're here, do me a favor. Dude, give me a present here. Hit the like button. Share the link, hit the like button, leave a nice comment. Even if you don't agree with what I say, it's all good, guys. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm not here to make you to be rude to you or anything. I'm just here to give you my thoughts, almost 30 years of doing this. And, I'll tell you what, it's been pretty damn profitable last year and a half, where everybody else was talking about how we had to keep going down lower and lower. And I gave you the case of why we would likely head up. And we have, right? Bitcoin's up 200 somewhat percent, 54 weeks now, 55 weeks rally. I saw Capo's new post this morning. Lord have mercy. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. If you're trading, you take advantage of what you know. If you're going to sit out here and tell me, hey, listen, I know this is happening. I know this is happening. And you're not taking advantage of that, then I don't believe that you even trade. And it's okay if you're an analyst. There's a lot of nonsense out there, guys, where people say, oh man, they're not trading. They're just putting analysis out there. So they don't have any skin in the game. So, they're terrible or they're not good. No. I would hire all day, every day analysts that had good analysis, that was profitable analysis. I don't care if they can trade it or not. I could care less. I could not care less, right? Because whether they trade it or not does nothing for me in my trading. But don't get out there and say you're trading, and then when you speak, it doesn't compute, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I don't know, people are going to follow him. I guess probably they're following him now mostly because of the nonsense for the last year. But here's the thing. Even if price were to go down, he would jump and go, look, I told you. No, what you did was you didn't make any money because he said he was at 45,000, which was prior to 69,000, which was a swing high, the all-time high. So he was out before it, well before it even hit the all-time high. And then he supposedly has been out the entire move down, other than his BNB position, which is really not looking good at the moment. the short he supposedly had and keep adds to that, you know. And I don't know, guys. You know, I take it seriously that you guys are sitting here watching me. That you guys join in on this. I never try to give you anything. You know, I never try to blow any smoke up your rear, and I don't try to sell you on anything other than proper risk management, other than the way you need to think in order to be successful, not just in trading, but in life. Okay. And, you know, this is stuff that I put together over 50 years, almost 50 years of life. So, you know, you can choose to listen to it or not. That's up to you. But I put it out there for you. But I'm not going to give you a bunch of nonsense like what's going on over there. All right. Mr. Edward Park, what's going on? Gareth, good to see you. If I get a chance today, Sats is asking, now that the Fed has pivoted, when does bad news become bad news? Previously, bad economic news has been good news. Again, guys, remember, the market and the economy are not the same thing. Okay. Often you're going to see, you know, the market eventually reacting to the economy, right? But as I pointed out, you can have a recession, the markets can still go up. We have that base, you know, we have that case in Germany where it happened not too long ago, right? Usually it hasn't really happened in the US, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. It has happened again in Germany and some other places in the world where you've gone into a recession and your market has still continued to decline. Okay, so, you know, the economy and the market are two separate things out there, guys. Okay. Michael, what's Capital up to? Same old, man. Stay off Twitter. Let me see here. Diego, what's up, man? Andrew Bennett, Merry Christmas, man. Gareth Soloway's here. I don't think it's Gareth Soloway. Anyway, guys, so we're going to jump in on this. Hey, listen, I have been putting out over the last few weeks some limited seats in our group coaching that I've really discounted a lot. As you guys are aware, you should be aware by now, I've been saying it a lot. We're going to double our price in January. We haven't really done a whole lot about raising prices over the last 7 years. Just a little bit at one time, like a few years back. But we're going to go ahead and double it because I'm going to tell you what, guys, it's worth it. Just on the hot takes alone, you know, year after year here, just trading those, not even learning anything, just trading our hot takes, which is our best setups that we find for stocks and crypto and everything for our group coaching students. You would have made back your money every year easily. So, you know that, but more importantly, hopefully you coming in for the education. You guys are learning because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach. And we've had quite a few new people join up taking these seats. And they're liking so far what they're seeing. At least that's what they're telling me. So I don't think they're lying to me. But we've got it coming up. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and put a link that'll be under the description here. I'm going to do one more discount. It's a 30% off, okay, of our annual for our premium group coaching, and you will be able to lock in that price. So when you renew, if you want to renew the next year and continue with us, most of our students tend to, because the community is freaking fantastic. The people there are just absolutely amazing. You got them here: Spiral Architect, Michael Johnson, you know, Sats McGee. You know, you got all these guys, Diego. These guys are great, and they're there, and a lot of them have been with us for years, and so it just makes it a really helpful place to be. But anyway, you can lock in that discount. This is only going to go on for the next week. This is the last one. It's it. In January, double the price. So you can get 30% off the current price, which is going to be well less than half of what it'll be coming January. So I'm telling you guys, man, Andrew Bennett, man, I'll tell you what, Andrew Bennett's in there with us. This fool has been throwing up charts left and right, guys. I mean, geez, like I said, even if you don't do the education, Andrew's charts, man, he's finding all these gems, man, and it's just been absolutely amazing. So, yeah. Tell you, Ryder, what's up, man? Good to see you. Merry Christmas, man. Sat says, I can afford TWC for the next 20 years, just what I made off the hot takes. Let me see. D-Dub, is that the way to say that? Merry Christmas. I'd love to have your thoughts on Riot. I've got a Riot chart. Yep. So I've got one to look at there. New Type Trader, what's up? He says, SEI, remind me in a bit here. Okay, let's go and jump on these charts, guys. Let's see what we've got already. The ones I put together real quick from the request there on Twitter. I was going to put a form out there to get it because it would have been easier and figure out what's requested the most, but I figure I'll just try to do as many as possible. All right, guys, you ready? You ready to do this? All right. Bitcoin, well, I'm sorry, Ethereum, Bitcoin here. Now, this is the one we were looking at potentially a bottom over here. We rallied up, but then we dropped down. But look what's happened here. We got a potential bullish SFP here. Look at this huge. This is the weekly. Look at this huge lower wick. We're above where we opened for the week. We've got a lot of room on the RSI, a lot of room on the Stochh RSI here. We're just kind of, again, still hitting around that EQ area of the green demand structure. But man, oh man, this looking pretty good. But we want to see some movement up, right? So, again, if we look at this, really what we need is a breakout above what we have here is wave 4, which is 0.64678868. If we can get above that, that should indicate that we're probably done. 2 is done and 3 is in progress, right? And 3 will get you up here at least to 0.12888. Now, everybody's still really bearish on Ethereum, right? You guys have seen that, right? Everybody's like, oh, it's going to hell and whatnot, right? But I'm telling you guys, that's usually this way that everybody's feeling and been feeling. It's usually what we're looking for. When we say sentiment, what's going on right now is really what we're talking about. Not the little, oh, my feed is all bearish or bullish, but we're talking about where people just across the space basically are feeling down about it. And so it's looking pretty good. I see Fibbo's here. What's up, man? He says Ethereum, Bitcoin went to his bull zone. He says, have a great holiday, everybody. So yeah, man. So I think we're looking good here. Even here, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially here. So breaking out above that wave 4 is the way to go. Locally, if we could jump up here above this swing high, that'd be a good first start. 0.58499999999, whatever. Right there, yeah. So if we get above that, that'd be a great start. But definitely getting above wave 4 should do it. And once we're above wave B here at 0.073625240, there's no reason you shouldn't be thinking up here at 0.1288888. All right? So that's what we're looking at here for Ethereum, Bitcoin, which means what? It means Ethereum is probably going to start taking off sooner rather than later, really kind of moving. All right? So let me see here. We've got, what other chart do I got here? So we've got, somebody's asking about MicroStrategy here. And so this is my MicroStrategy chart that I've had. Looks like we've got a leading diagonal running off here. So basically an ABC is a 1, 2, ABC is 3, 4, A, B maybe, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we got this target up here around 621.70. But if we keep on breaking out through that, we can look right here at the low volume node at about 684. And then you can continue looking right up here to the R2 pivot at 727.5. I would keep looking up there. We can probably see it continue pushing the rate it's been going. Monthly, got a little bit of room there. It's just beautiful, right? Good movement here. Daily has just reset down here in oversold. It's coming back out on Stochh RSI. RSI is crossing bullishly, about to jump back into overbought, which just tells you we've got a strong upward trend. Doesn't tell you to sell immediate, just tells you we've got a strong upward trend there, guys, okay? But yeah, we got those targets up there, these 3 targets. So 621 or so, 684, and then 727 if it continues pushing up there. Can probably watch this kind of support line here and say if it breaks down through that, I'd be cautious. That'll be the first probably the first clue that that it's going to that it's maybe topped out. Okay. So we'll look for that pullback. But even right here, even if this was, say, a wave 4, I mean, we should still get up there a bit higher, even 637 or so based on that. So we'll say 637 instead of the little bit lower there. Since that's based off, like I said, if this was a wave 4, then we should, based on the height of their head, up there around 637. So we'll move that up there. But not looking bad at all. Not at all there, right? Hasta la vista, Barbie. What's going on? I see you there, Steven. Let's go, he says. Bitcoin to 50,000. I'm still thinking that. We'll take a look at the chart here in just a minute, okay? Aldo is asking about XMR. I've got an XMR chart. Remind me, man, okay? Don't leave before we're done here. Remind me. I've got a good chart on that. I think we're coming with a breakout on that one. I had a request for DGHI. So this is the chart I've been using, been adding to it. We had a inverse head and shoulders here. Great breakout. We had a pennant that pulled back, retested resistance as support, broke out higher again. We're down. We're heading back up. This decline is in 3 waves. It's corrective. So it's probably like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Let's see. If we do that, 1, 6, 1, 8 right there. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this here becomes a 1 and a 2 then, it looks like. 1 and a 2. And let's see here. That pullback is how far here? That's a good looking pullback. 70, almost 70 and a half. So yeah. So I think 1 and 2 is done there. It looks like we're on to wave 3. This will probably be like a wave 1 here, and we'll get a pullback, and then we'll go most likely. That's wave 1 of 3 probably. But look at this volume. Look at this great volume here. Look at this huge spike of volume at the swing low. Printed almost this doji down here with a large lower wick. Right there on the S1 pivot on the daily, holding support. I mean, man. And then you got this big, I mean, you should have gone long on that. And you would have had this great rally here. But this gives us a wave 3 up there, $3.61 minimum expected. And then 5 minimum expected up there at 482. But again, if this is basically 1 here and we get a 2 on the pullback, it should pull back down here toward this $1.38 level. Maybe $1.35 right in that area. That would be 1, 2. Oh, no, yeah, that'll get us, look at that. Gets us right up there to 3. So, yeah, so 3 is the minimum expected target of 361. I'm looking for a rejection right here to come on down to about $1.35 or so, right in that area. And if we can get a reversal out of that, again, that's where we're looking, okay? Let me see here. Somebody asked for AMP, and I think they meant AMP, Ameriprise Financial, a stock, but I pulled up this one real quick, and it looks like we've got a triangle here. It looks like we've got A, B, C, D, and then wave E is a triangle, A, B, C, D, E here. We'll look for the breakout. So breaking out higher here should, based on the height of this, because this will be a wave 4. Triangles are always, in a motive wave or wave 4. That gives us a minimum expected target based on the height there of 006150. But what we're looking for is a breakout above wave D here at 004450. That'll suggest that the triangle is complete and we're heading up. Breaking out above wave B will add confidence to the count and say, yeah, we're headed up there. But anyway, that is our target on AMP USDT, guys, okay? Now, Ameriprise Financial, locally here, we have got consolidation into resistance. We got a good breakout, large candle spread, large candlestick there, large spike of volume. Based on the height of this, that gives us a pattern target of about 465.5. So what we would like to see is, here or a little bit higher, we want to see a pullback. The greatest thing would be a pullback to retest resistance as support and then rally up higher, but we may not get that. As you've seen, again, with Bitcoin and others, you can just break on out and continue going, right? Consolidate along the way and then break out higher. But based on that, should have a good area there. That monthly, look at that monthly. We just crossed bullishly on the Stochh RSI at neutral, popping out into bullish. Just crossed bullishly on the RSI through the SMA, heading up toward overbought. So again, I think we do continue to rally up there. It looks good for what I'm seeing on that right now. Sats says a lot of financials are looking good. They should have a good year. Agreed. Last year, you had all the bank scare and everything, and a couple of them failed and whatnot. And, everybody with their narrative talked about how all that was going to lead to the, to the market selling off last year and everything. Of course, we didn't get that, right? I keep warning you guys, don't worry about fundamentals. Okay. And I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to tell you guys, learn to read the charts. Come join us. You will make your money back, guys. Unless you come in and you don't put any effort into it. I can't give a guarantee because I don't know what your work ethic really is. A lot of times people are gung-ho. Oh yeah, I'm going to do it. They buy it and then they don't do anything. If you're not doing anything, you can't get any results from it. But if you come in and you're serious about learning, I'm going to tell you what, man, between me and Fibbo's in there and Andrew and Michael Johnson, everybody else on there. I mean, just the charts alone, you make that money up for you pretty quick and fast in a hurry. Hell, if you had joined in the last month or two, you would have easily made your money back already with the charts that we've had in there. So, but you have to, guys, if you're not going to be serious about it, don't join. I don't want you in there. It's a waste of your money. Okay. But if you're serious about learning how to really read the markets, about understanding why you don't have to worry about fundamentals, if you're interested in learning why fundamentals are going to screw you over as a trader, right? Join us, man. You're going to learn so much more, not just about trading, but about life, about success, everything in there, okay? So, you know, it is what it is, right? And you know, you guys, I think just in general, people don't really understand how to consume education, especially trading education. And it's just one of those things that, you know, that you have to put your effort toward. You have to have discipline. You have to have focus. You have to have consistency. It's the same things that you need in trading that you need anywhere else in your life, guys. Anytime you're trying to learn anything else, you want to be great at a musical instrument, you got to practice. You have to be focused. You have to have discipline. You have to have consistency. You want to be great at a sport, focus, discipline, consistency. You want to be good at gaming, focus, discipline, consistency. It's the same thing with trading, but people think, oh, no, that's too much work. People are like, oh, I just want to throw my money in there and have it make millions of dollars for me. That's not going to work, guys. And if you're trying to do that, you're going to lose money. Don't do that. People like me, you know, we'll take your money all day, every day. Not that we're mean or whatever, but you're in an adult market and you're not understanding the rules, and that's on you. I'm trying to give you the rules right now, okay? Okay? But if you're willing to, I'm telling you, man, I'll bust my butt to make sure you're learning everything possible about how to understand markets, how to, not just to go, okay, if price goes here, then you're going to do this, or if price goes there, you're going to do this. I'm going to explain to you why. Why is it? What's going on with the market? Most people aren't explaining that to you because they don't know. I'm going to tell you why. Because once you understand why, all of a sudden you can apply that knowledge to any system, anything else that you're using out there, and make it multiple times more effective for you. Okay? I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. You can do this. I firmly believe everybody can learn to trade and be successful at it. Most people are not willing to do the things they have to do, just like in the other areas of their life, to make it happen, though. Okay? If I could do it for you, I would. I'd charge you more, but I do it for you. But I can't. Okay? All right. So anyway, AMP, Ameriprise Financial here looking good. This is the weekly. Again, worst case scenario, I think maybe it pulls back and retest resistance as support before heading up. And I think we've got a good target up here, 465.5 or so off that. FTM. Somebody asked about FTM. Here's the weekly chart. Same chart I've been using here. Looks good. We've got a wave 3 of 5 here. Minimum expected target at $1.55. So right now we're sitting about 48.5 cents. So $1.55 gets you about a 200% rally, right? From here. That's just the wave 3. Minimum expected wave 5 is up here around $22.77 or so. So still got a long way to go. And you go, what? No way. How long have you been in crypto? This stuff happens, guys. It's crazy. And I'm always a little nervous putting it out there. I'll be honest with you. Been doing it a very long time. But I'm always still a little bit nervous about putting these big targets out there. But it is what it is. It's what it's based on, right? So, yeah. Let me see here. So, FTM is looking good here. Even locally, it looks like it's just a, get a 1-2 here. And this will be a 1-2 heading up. So, wave 3 has a minimum expected $1.55, but secondary target of $2.62. So, I think it may actually overextend toward that secondary target I think. Okay. Let me see here. We've got Ethereum, guys. You're asking about Ethereum, right? Look at this. Still the same chart. Still the same chart I've been showing you guys. Not saying it's an ascending triangle, but I'm trying to show you that you do have ascending support toward resistance, right? So you have consolidation toward resistance. We got the breakout. We got the pullback and retest. And here we go rallying again. I believe we've got a 1-2, 1-2. So that'll give us a wave 3 of 3 minimum expected target at $4,700. There is the possibility, maybe, that this is a leading diagonal. Okay. So if we kind of rally up a bit higher here and then we break back down toward this 1800 area or even 1500 area, that would be my target area. We get that as a 1 and a 2, and then we'd break a higher, and your 3 would be even higher up. Okay. But right now, until that's proven not to be the case, or until that's proven to be the case, I'm still looking at, we always default to the 1-2, 1-2 in Elliott wave, guys. We don't assume a leading or an ending diagonal. Well, I mean, a leading diagonal. Okay. You guys hear that? If you're doing Elliott wave, you want to assume a 1-2, 1-2, not a leading diagonal. Now, it could still be, but more times than not, it'll be a 1-2, 1-2, which gives us a big wave 3. And if you think back to what we were looking at with the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, and that one looks like it's ready to kind of take off, right? Would make sense because Bitcoin's probably going to rally a bit higher anyway. And Ethereum's got to go higher, faster, further, longer, right? Wave 3 is where everybody gets involved. Wave 3 is where you have the big volume, the big candlesticks. Okay. So yeah. What else do we have here? We've got Tau USDT. I think this one is a really overextended wave 3, almost hit the 2618 extension. So initially with the wave 4, we'll look for a 38.2 pullback and a secondary target of 50%. But we got to watch this here. We got to watch what's going on here. It could be short here. We could get a move down toward this 23.6 right here and then a rally up. But if we come down to the 38.2, that 174 area, that should give us a wave 5 up there around 663. If instead we only pull back toward this 23.6 and then we break out higher, 538, 540, that area right there would be that wave 5 target that I would be looking for. Now, depending on what happens here, this could still continue to, wave 3 here could continue to, overextend, right? The waves can continue to subdivide and we can continue to get wave 3 printing up higher. But for right now, this is what we're looking at. So we'll see if we can get that pullback. We should probably pull back, like I said, at least to probably about 239. But if we do lose this support here around that 220 area, I think, you look down there around 174, 175 for that. Okay. TRX USDT. Look at this channel, guys. God, look at this thing. Over a year long, this channel. Look at how smooth this channel has been. Are you not impressed? Are you not impressed? That channel looks amazing. So initially here, what I'm looking for is a rally from where we're at up here to about 0.12530. That's my next target. That gets us up into the top of the range here. Gets us up into the supply that's in this wick right here. Okay. So that's where I'm looking for this thing to go. And I think we might top there. If we can top there. You guys getting stuff out of this? Let me know if you're getting something out of this, guys. Let me know. We would see a pullback. That 50% gets us right there at the lower volume node, guys, okay? Right there at the lower volume node, guys. And this is really one place you want to watch, right? So that's if we get this rally up to this 12.1253 area and we get rejected and come back, finishes off maybe like a wave 1 up there. Initial targets of 50% at this low volume node, right around 0.075. Secondary target 61.8 here at 00 or at 0666 area right there. But we'll see. Right now, the first target is that right there, and then we'll see what happens. If we continue rallying up, I'm going to be interested in initially this right here, right around 15.5 cents, basically. Like I said, I don't think we do. I think we rally up here, we pull back, and then we get the big breakout. But if we do continue up to the area, I'm going to be interested up here around 15.5 cents. And then we'll look for the rejection on that to give us like a wave 2 kind of thing, okay? I think I'm making pretty good time for these charts, guys. So we're going to have time to get some of your other requests that you're giving us during the stream here, okay? Let's see here. Riot was one people have asked for. Riot. Look at that going, man. Look at that going. So we've got volume picking up as we're rallying up through here. You like to see it? You like to see it, right? Because you're getting, look at what you're doing. You're getting volume at the swing highs on the trend, pulls back, rallies up higher. You got volume again, swing highs, pulls back. It's getting ready to break out higher. So based on this count here, $19.06 looks like the potential target there. Okay. And by the way, if you notice where that is, see all that resistance over there? Something I tell our students all the time, get used to looking left. Get used to looking left. If you get used to looking left, you'll start noticing this and you won't even need your VPVR over here. Okay? You'll start noticing where your levels of support and resistance are. But we teach you, of course, a lot of how to look at that in there, okay? Let me see here. Let me see what else is going on here. Telluride, what'd you say, man? Telluride has been with us a while. He says, every time I listen to Chris, I get something out of it. Might not be what he thinks he's teaching at the moment, but oh, man. Digital Mining Solutions. I've been following this channel for several years now. I've learned a lot from just watching these streams, man. I love to hear that. Thank you. Because, guys, you know what? That's why I do this. It's not for me. I don't have an ego. I couldn't care less what people think of me other than they know me so that they know what I offer so that they come and learn. Okay? But, man, I love it. He says, but I guess now it's official. I'm a member of TWC now. My Christmas present to myself. Man, that is awesome. Welcome in, man. So excited to have you there. I'm still working. We're on a new platform, guys, and I've got a new email platform that I'm using as well. So I don't have the welcome emails going out. They will go out probably sometime this weekend. So if you've joined in the last few weeks, you'll get that. And it'll give you an overview of what we do, when all our scheduling stuff is, what kind of paths you should take through all the stuff. Like you see, there's a ton of content in there, right? By the way, when you guys join, you've got access to every live stream that I've done. We do it 3 times a week. For our students. So for like the last 3 years, we've done it for like 3 times a week. So well over 300 hours. You can go in there, look at the descriptions, decide if it's something you want to watch, learn something about it. But it's always with live charts. It's always, on there for you guys. It's that connection between theory, which we teach in the introduction videos, and then the actual application on the live charts. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you're learning something, guys, it's never as easy as it is when you're learning it. Those of us that teach, we try to use, the more perfect examples because it makes it easier for you because you're just starting out. But when you get to real charts, you're like, what the hell? This does not look like, where do I look for wave 1 and 2 and 3 or on Wyckoff, where's my selling climax? Where's my, my last point of support? But that's what we do with the weekly things. We go in there, we give you the tips and tricks along the way. And we kind of, get you into that understanding of what's going on there. So again, the whole idea is not just to understand that this is what you do. This is wave 3, so wave 4 goes here and blah, blah, blah. You need to know that. But my goal along the way is to help you understand why. Because once you understand, you'll start you'll start being able to connect price action with Elliott wave theory with Wyckoff. And I'm going to tell you right now, it will just completely explode your trading. Once you really understand the why, because you'll see where they start connecting. And all of a sudden, you'll stop taking a lot of the really bad trades you've been used to taking, and you'll really start finding the good trades to take. And you'll have more confidence, which means you'll start letting your trades run to the targets. You'll learn proper risk management, so that way, you know what? You're going to lose trades along the way, but if you're using proper risk management, you're going to back into your account, your trade size correctly, So it's not going to kill you. You're going to get over that nervousness of, oh my God, it's going to hit my, my stop loss and I'm going to lose money. So yeah. Anyway, so, again, looking at minimally here, remember guys, with Elliott wave, usually your first subwave of the next wave, right? Usually terminates around the previous swing high, or if it's going down, around the previous swing low. So the idea we're potentially just about done here with wave 1 of 3 makes a lot of sense because we're coming up toward the swing high here. Okay. Saw USDT. Who made fun of me? Oh my God, what just happened there? I'm going to break. Give me a minute here. I'm going to break whatever's going on here with TradingView. What the heck? Oh man, are you kidding me? All right, guys, give me a minute. It got too excited. Let me oh, there it is. It's back now. I don't need that yet. I got a little too excitable for it, guys. I apologize. Let's get back to the Sol chart. Oh man. Sol broke the screen. Graham K2 says, what's going on, man? I see you. Andrew says, yeah, on the Windy O show, I call the bottom. I did, guys. Those of you that were watching, okay, let me just go ahead and bring this out here. If you were watching the Windy O show back here, put it on the daily. On, where were we at? Right here. It was this one right here. So it was December 30th, I believe, was the actual day. You can go look at the Windy O show archives on YouTube. Look at the December 30th show. I said that that Sol looked like a good buy at $9.50. Gave it a $15 target. I said, if we hit 15, we'll hit 30. Along the way, as we were continuing to go on Twitter, I said, I'm raising my thing to 50. And of course, we've just continued to go with it, right? But had you gotten in down there when I talked about it, $9 and $10, right now, we've hit $99.50 so far. That's a 10-bagger, guys, in just less than a year. And everybody laughed at me back then. Now, you can see a lot of people talking now about how great they are because they told you solid 20, solid 50, whatever. Yeah, those are good. It's good. Nobody was down there with me at 9.5. Live stream saying, listen, it's a good buy. And not just to say it, but because it was. Because of the situation. The things that you guys are going to learn at TWC. What happened here and here is what told me that we were likely headed up. But this is what I teach every day, TWC. My goal is to get you to be better than me, guys. Better than me, okay? Anyway, so I'm looking here. We've had a lot, man. It's huge move here, guys. It's huge, big move coming up here. It looks to me like we're on wave 5 of 3. If we keep pushing up here, I've got about $108, $110 target. If we continue up through there, basically it's the hourly R5 pivot area. We came in well here. We broke out well impulsively through the pivot, pull back, beautiful retest, successful retest as support, resistance as support, and then just took off like a scalded cat up to R3, pull back halfway, well, up through there, pull back, hovering around here. I think we go higher there, guys, up. Our crypto signals, gosh, I think we had this at around $62 was the signal, and I put in targets along the way. And it's hit like the 4 targets we had. We got one more target on that. But yeah. Let me see here. CLSK, guys, Clean Spark. Oh, can we get this? TradingView. No. Adrian. Okay, here we go. It's looking nice and clean here on the weekly. It's a nice clean count here. I think we've got wave 5 terminating pretty soon here, potentially up here around this $13 area, 13.5. It's basically it's this area, guys. Let me see here. See that right there? That support resistance. I think we'll probably get wave 5 there. If we can get a rejection there and pull back, we should be looking, well, I guess I'll just do this one. We should be looking at least $7.44 or so. That gives us the low volume node. It gives us, this is a breakaway gap here. It's wave 3. So we should get a pullback to fill that in, and then we'll head up. Now, I've got minimum expected wave circle 3 target at 36.42, but with this 1-2 here, if we get this move that I'm expecting, out like that, wave circle 3 is going to have a target up here at 111, which gets us, again, it's almost 5 waves up near the swing high, right? So we'll see if this goes. Now, this can continue to overextend and head higher. And if it does, you know, my next target will be right here at about 18.20. And if we continued up through there, I'd be interested in 21.5. So, I mean, you know, you can see here on the weekly, a lot of volume, a lot of big candles. This is what you want to see. Then you got a breakaway gap, right? So, I mean, the expectation is this yellow zone here right around $12.10 to $12 and, well, I'm sorry, what is that? $12.60 to $14 or so. But if we continue through that, look up there at 18.5, 21.5 to get that wave 5 up there potentially. And so, you know, this, I mean, realistically, wave 3 can continue extending up over here, and we can fill in 5 waves up to that minimum expected wave circle 3 over there at 36.42. So what I'm saying is don't short the second something pulls back, guys. You're in very bullish trends right now. You're going to see a lot of quick flash pullbacks and whatnot, like we have like in Bitcoin recently and whatnot. But a lot of times that'll just zap the liquidity, you know, drop right down this liquidity, grab it, and it'll continue up higher. You really have to look for the higher time frame pullbacks, you know, levels to really kind of say, okay, maybe that top might be in. All right. Let me see here. Andrew Bennett says, yeah, we were talking there at TWC, we were talking about Mara in the 7.5 range. Yep. There are so many of them, guys. What's my opinion on DOT? Give me a minute here, guys. I'll get to this as soon as we get through the ones I've got here. What else we got? Marco, what's up, man? Ape and Gala. Okay. Matt, my man. Merry Christmas, buddy. Merry Christmas. Glad to see you checking in on the stream here, bud. Let me see here. ARBK. There's also a request. I think I'm making good time here, guys. What do you think? Making good time? Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, guys. So basically what we have here is we've got a 1, 2, and then it looks like a 1 and a flat as a 2. If we look at this larger count, this 1, 2, 3 has a minimum expected target of, oh, I didn't put that in there. Give me 1 second here. Let me see here. That's going to get us minimum expected target up here at almost $32, guys. That's minimum expected wave, the big wave 3 there, right? That'll take us to a new all-time high on that. Locally here, we've got a 1, 2, and then we've got a 1, 2 here. Look at how this thing's going vertical. Big candles, big volume. That's an interior wave 3. So that's obviously part of this bigger wave 3, right? But let me see here. If we go 1, 2 here, what are we looking at? By the way, the red line is the 200 MA, and this is the daily. This right here, this gap, this, you know, and you got this gap right here. As we kind of get up through and moving up, really just kind of rallied right through it all. Looking beautiful. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this is 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 here. Looks like wave 3 may or may not be complete right around here. I think it may be complete. We're filling in this gap right over here from back on October 6th of 22. Low volume node there. I think we'll probably get a pullback here. It's the, let's see here. For that particular degree, That is what? Almost the 2618. So yeah, good target area. There's no telling if it's done yet or not. We just have to wait and see if we get a pullback from around this area. But as you can see, that'll pull us back down through all these big candles, through these fair value gaps we'd have there, right? All the way to $2.22 or $1.91. Those are the targets based on this here. And let's just do the shortest wave 5. If it just goes from the 38.2, that'll give us a wave 5 up here at around $4.90 almost. So for this wave 3 here, look at that. It has the 2618 extension on that. So that looks good as well. So yeah, we're going to look to see if we can get a pullback here now that we've hit the low volume node here, the gap. And we'll see if we can get that. I'm going to pull a line over. There's support, right? There's support resistance line right here. So again, we should get rejected around this area. I'll go up a little bit further, but looks like it may be just about done. You got support over here, here, and there. And you got resistance right there, right? So that's what we got going on there. Yeah, I think that's looking good. I think we get a pullback through that, and then we'll get that move on up, $4.87 or so, depending on, if it's here, it goes up a little bit higher. And then if it gets to 50%, the target will be even higher. If it pulls back to the 50%, target's 535 then. For that wave 5 of 3. And then, of course, you'll just get a wave 4 pullback. We'll have to figure out where that is, when that happens. But first we have to see, do we get the rejection here, the pullback, which one of these, and then the rally up. But very, very strong right there, guys. I do believe I have an AVAX chart. I do believe so. You guys looking at STX as well? Hey, C-Mac, good to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Let me see here. Let's see if we can, kind of get rid of some of these things here. Always working on different kinds of things I can teach our students using different indicators. Let me see here. We had a triangle here. It looks like A, B, C, D, E. Based on that triangle, we had a target right up here, basically where we hit this $65 area on EGL USDT. We did good on that on our signals as well. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have to see if we get a rejection here to pull back further, give us 5. It looks like it's coming off here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe AB. So I mean that would be just like wave 1 of the next move, as we're getting kind of a flat correction done here. So it's going to depend on what happens here now. Let me zoom in a little bit, get some more candles on there. Let me do this. So the idea would be you have an ABC down, ABC up, and then you're trying to do 5 waves down. I don't like that though. I mean, it could be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we're breaking down below this swing low right here at 56.60, that should say we've still got wave 5 to go. And we're doing that. But this looks quite a bit like 5 waves up and then a flat correction here. But I am cautious though, because we're so close back up with what would be 4. But 5 would just be a little bit further drop below that, I think, based on that. So maybe, maybe this area right here where you hit this other resistance, around 52.26. So if we get that breakdown below this swing low right here, then that, that's 1, 2, 3 waves up. So if we break down below it, it should say, okay, we're going to head down lower, and then we'll look for that kind of target area there. That'll be a pullback of how far? Yeah, see, that puts us right there between 50 and 61.8. So that'd be a good pullback if there's going to be a wave 2 right there. Again, there's a lot of ifs here, guys. Don't just assume it's going to happen. But if it happens, it's kind of what we're looking at. Wave 3 maybe up here around $113. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside? But we got to see if we break out higher here. That's a good question. I mean, if we break out higher here, we're just gonna. Let me see. What's the daily look like? Weekly's up there. Where are these targets at? Look at the 1618 gets us up around that current weekly pivot is. Ultimately, we had a good breakout of this descending resistance, large candle spread, large spike of volume. That's what we want to see. So the bottom's in. The question just is, where exactly are we at on this? 3-day, yeah. If it breaks out higher, if it breaks out higher, we're going to assume maybe like a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, and we'll get a 5. So if it doesn't break down below this level right here on the 5670 area, and it just breaks out higher instead, it'll tell me that we've got an $81 target here, and that'll probably finish up wave 1 to the top there, and then we'd pull back. So it's just going to depend on, do we pull back from here now and say, okay, it's a 1, 2 of 5 heading up, or are we just going to break out higher from here and then say, okay, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We're getting 5, with that target up there, at least around $81. And then that'll see us pull back here around 42.5, right into the triangle, which is what we usually look for if we've got real triangles. Okay. Jules, what's up? Says, I'm still in coin, MicroStrategy, Clean Spark, and TLT. Man, TLT's been great, hasn't it? Let me see here. Luke's asking, what are a few projects you like in crypto for actual project and fundamentals, not just the charts, if any? I don't have any, man. I'm sorry. I don't believe in fundamentals in crypto. I don't even use fundamentals in stocks and whatnot. Because the charts are just so much cleaner and clearer. And you don't have to, most of the time, as long as you're understanding why the charts are doing what they're doing, then you don't have to what most people do is with fundamentals, they start to meld it to whatever they think needs to happen. And they try, and so they kind of lie to themselves about it. But yeah, I don't, man. I don't do fundamentals. I think all crypto right now continues to just be speculation. I'm not saying there can't be like some fundamentals at some point in the future, but right now, even Bitcoin, it's all just speculation right now, guys. And I'll be honest with you, if you understand it and accept it that way, you're going to have a lot easier time of not holding on to bags that you should be letting go of getting out and taking profits along the way. The things that a lot of new traders have trouble with. I've noticed it's especially more difficult in crypto because people get really married to the fundamentals idea, because you got all these influencers online talking about how, oh my God, they got partnerships here and there and whatever. Well, they had all that during the ICO phase. You guys remember that, right? And what happened? It all got cut back 80, 90%, right? There's nothing going on now. I don't believe that's going to keep that from happening again. So, I mean, if I can give you guys some general understanding, it's that crypto really, I think focusing on fundamentals and teams and all this other stuff is really just going to lose your money more than anything else, honestly. But again, guys, I always say, I'm never here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. Whether you want to listen to me or not, that's on you. I can't force you to. But again, please remember, I've got 30 successful years almost of doing this across just about every market out there. If you've been following me for the last year and a half and you're not convinced yet, but again, there's nothing I can do to convince you. But my goal here is to help you guys stay grounded and help keep your emotions in check so that you can make money and not lose it. As easy as it is to, especially if you're newer, because it's really easy to get caught up. Let me see here. You see, I have a Doge tab. Have you gone over the chart already? If it is to the left side, I've gone through it, yes. So I've gone through all these so far. Where's my Doge tab? Oh, all the way over here. Yeah, it was like the third one over there. Somebody's asking for AVAX. I already went through that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't go through those two. Sorry, guys. No, I didn't. I started over here to Ethereum, Bitcoin. Let me look at them here. But yeah, so right here, either we break out higher right now and we got a target at $81 and then probably a pullback to 42.5, or we go ahead and break down here right around $52 and then we rally up and then we start looking up here around 113 for wave 3 and then 136 for wave 5. All right. TradingView app crashed on me a little bit ago during the stream here, so I got to do these. AVAX, nothing's changed from what I've been looking at. I think we've got a target here. I think it pushes up here to around at least 57 or so. You can see that right here on the daily, we've reset. Well, we didn't quite reset it oversold. We got right above oversold, and then we curl back up and cross bullishly. We're overbought. We remain overbought on the RSI. Let me remind you guys again, being overbought on the RSI does not mean sell, okay? Being overbought on the RSI just means that the trend is strongly bullish. At some point, you're going to pull back, yes. But just because it gets into overbought, don't think that means you have to sell right away. Also, don't look at it and go, oh, it's been up there for this long, I've got to sell because it's going to come back down. The market can stay what you believe is irrational longer than you're going to stay liquid, okay? If it's overbought, it just means that your bullish trend is very strong. If it's oversold, it just means your bearish trend is very strong. Doesn't mean it has to reverse right there, okay? So keep that in mind. Right here, though, it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 minimally. So we're going to see if we can get that push up there at 57. That'll also get us to the R5 pivot on the daily, right? Sorry, guys, let me turn on the air conditioner here. Maybe. It doesn't want to come on. Ah, it's controller, man. Sorry, guys. Give me just a minute here. I'm all excitable. Get a little warm. Let me, Andrew said I would be excitable. Standing desk energy, or Sat said that, I think. There we go. And we'll put some temperature down there. All right, guys. Let's get back to it. So, yeah. So, I mean, we've come up. Look at how impulsively we've ran through the daily pivots. And so, you know, usually when you do, you're going to hit at least the R4, usually the R5. And so, again, kind of still looking up there. And if we can get rejected around that $57, $58 area, initial target is 22, coming right down there. Secondary target be closer to this wave 4 swing low here around $19. But wave 2 initially should target. You should always look for wave 2 to target the wave 4 of the lesser degree. So yeah, definitely got to stay cool in here, man. How about overbought on the monthly RSI? Tellurrider's asking, man, same thing, man. Just means it's sitting there, you know, it's really strong. And the larger your time frame, the longer it can stay overbought, guys. Okay, the longer, you know, it's going to look on there, stay overbought. Oh, come on, every time. Okay. Doge. Look at Doge, guys. I think we got a pretty good count going on here. So what do I think we got? I think we've got this 1, 2. This big 1, 2, right? It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we've got 1, 2 here, and then 1, 2 here, you know, kind of just build that because it's all this overlap, right? So right here, this local 3 of 3, right? A lot of 3s there. We've got a target up here at 16.5, well, basically 16.7 cents. Now this may need to be redone as we do it, but ultimately this is a great looking accumulation range here based on the volume and price action. Again, what we teach at TWC. And I think Again, we're going to continue up there. Again, the daily Stochc RSI bottomed out and oversold. Cross bullishly is threatening to break out. RSI bouncing off the neutral area, threatening to cross bullishly above the SMA and head back up and overbought. And just overall, chart looks pretty good. We've hit this resistance support level here. You see that? So the idea that we're getting a 3 of a 3 of a 3 makes a lot of sense because we're flipping this. We're going to flip this February of 22. So almost 2 years. Resistance support area, low volume node. We're going to flip that. So again, makes sense. We're 3 of a 3 of 3 kind of thing going on. Big picture though, the large 1, 2, 3. Minimum expected target of 35.5 cents. But yeah, and notice we got accumulation here, right in the same area where we went sideways, had some accumulation here in 21. So it's a great area to have found that support. We've been in this accumulation range here now. I mean, we're still finishing it up here. 550 days almost. So you should expect big movements out of here. I would keep eyes on larger targets. Kind of think of like Bitcoin. Had that large sideways, right? That 6 to 7 month sideways, and then it just kind of went out. And everybody thought it had to come back, and it just continued going higher. Yeah. So yeah, Doge looking good as well there. Let me see. Bitcoin. You guys got any plans for Christmas? You celebrate Christmas? Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, spend time with family, of course, right? That's what we're looking for. It's that family time we get to spend because we don't often get to, right? By the way, if you saw Capo's thing this morning, he said, his Elliott wave analysis says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's great and dandy, except ABC, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a flat correction. And this pullback for wave 4, because this would be 3, this would be wave 4 is a flat correction, is a 50% pullback. It's a secondary target on your wave 4. So don't listen to that. I think he just finds stuff online for Elliott wave and he just posted there. It was very generic. He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he said A, B, C on some very large time frame chart. He did nothing to look at extensions or retracements or interior waves or anything. So I think he's just trying to fit his narrative on that. So guys, just be careful out there, all right? I don't have anything against him personally, but you got to be careful out there. All right? But yeah, like right here. You see I had this long sideways here and then boom, up, pull back locally. We're getting ready to break out up some more. That's what I'm talking about on Doge. Same idea, right? Steven, have a great day, bud. Let's see here. I'm kind of keep on getting through these charts with you guys here. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, so we're local right here. I have got my biggest, these interior counts kind of iffiness here with this and this right here. But locally here, you should at least be looking at 47,885 or so. This is the BLX chart here, okay? Again, my big thing on this daily here, remember like that other chart, you had this impulsive move into the pivot R1 and just continue to rally up, pull back, pull back. So usually we should at least look at the R4, if not the R5. R5 will get us about 49,000. The hourly, I think, is almost 50,000 on the hourly on most charts now as well. But I'm still, there's two kind of counts here, guys. There's this count, which says 1, 2, and on this count, your wave 3 is going to be 70-somewhat thousand, I believe. So this count says, 5 up, get your wave 3 up here to around $77,000, okay? I don't know that I like that count yet. I'm still looking at this as a 1, 2, 1, 2. If that's the case, wave 3 of 3 here, this interior 1, 2, 3, As a minimum, I expect to target up there around 52,700. So that would be wave circle 3 of the other 1, 2, 3. But just some things to keep in mind there. I've been talking about 50,000, geez, pretty much since a year now, right? And why we get there and whatnot. Let me see here. Kimasabi says the larger macro count, I would consider that a wave 4 started in 2018 and concluded in 2022, as the legs down match pretty well in time and length as an ABC would do. Wave 4 started in 2018? Trying to figure out what you mean. This is 2018. You think this is wave 4 here? No, this is, look, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, going up, right? Wave 3 usually at least a 1, 6, 1, 8. So there's your wave 3, right? Wave 4 pullback, 38.2, and then, ooh, IOTA's going in, nice. And then if we measure out wave 3 here, you can see we got a 50% pullback. So again, for me, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, right? So yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at there, right? Oh my God, who is this idiot here? Hey guys, don't send money to this idiot that's scamming you, trying to look like me. Sorry, I'm just seeing that from Facebook there. And delete that comment. What a bunch of crap. I don't do stuff like that, guys. Okay. You don't like the deep wave 4 the most to look at? What do you mean the deep wave 4? It's a 50% pullback. That's a typical wave 2 target. Or I mean wave 4 target. 38.2 is the first one, 50% second one. We get them a lot, right? So yeah. These people, these idiots. But anyway, yeah, so that's what we're kind of looking at there. And so this becomes wave 5 heading off. And so we're still looking for the breakout higher here. Again, I think we're going to hit the R5 pivot on the daily at least. I think we're going to target that 50,000 area at least. So that's what I've got on there still. Nothing's changed on that. What else you guys got here? Let me scroll through your here. Uni, RDNT. Let's see here. Come on, there we go. Look at an old chart here and just go with that. Oh my gosh. Let's just say this is sold. January of this year. Okay. Save in. Let's get it all changed. And then, of course, TradingView did this. All right. All that. I should just start a new chart. So much work. All right. So when I first look at this, the first thing I notice is this right here, because we're looking at that. And I like that. Now I notice this right here. So this looks like 3 waves down. We're breaking out above that, so we should head up higher. Let's see. So this is a 1, 2 right here, most likely. And that'll give us then $10 target, $10.30 target on that. This obviously is a larger 1-2 here. So we get a bigger target on this one. Whoops. That'll give us minimum expected. Up here around $20.90. Right here, minimum. Now, again, as with everything else, I think we'll probably get some overextensions on that. And this looks amazing, actually. Jeez, oh whiz. All this sideways right here, this accumulation, is what it looks like. Get rid of this. And then we've got, look at how great that is. Resistance, resistance, breaks out big candle, spike of volume, retest, heading up higher. Yeah. So, you know, and wave 3 gets you up there right around that range resistance. I think that's where we're headed. From here, it looks like we've got a last point of support instead of a spring. So last point of support here, show of strength, last point of support, a show of strength rallying out there. So I think we got some good ways there. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll get coin, XMR, and QNT because I've seen those have been asked here. So let me get those done. Let me get rid of some of these charts, guys. Well, I'm going to leave that sol up there because I like that. Actually, you know what? Let's just make a copy here and we'll just make this one QNT. Link's been another one. Link was another great one. We had that long accumulation period. And I told you guys, looked like it was coming up on a spring, a drop right below that range. $4 or $5 should be a good buy area and rally it up. And now we're what, $20 or something? I haven't even looked today. But yeah, been another good one. I mean, yeah, I'd say, okay, I'd say this is a 1, 1, 2, 5. Let's see here. Do a 3-day. More information in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2 down here, almost 61.8 coming on that. And then, whoops. One, 2. Says 13.89 for 3. And we've had quite a bit of sideways here. We had quite a bit of accumulation here. And we're still in this range, 400 plus days, right? But yeah, looks good for some movement up. Locally on the 3-day there, this 3-day locally, we've got this nice doji here with the long leg doji at the pivot, find support there. So pin bar finding support. And then we've got this nice candle here. So I think we break on out. Locally here, this looks like a 1, 2 here. It's almost 61.8 pullback's great. Yeah. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that'll give us minimum expected wave 3, local wave 3, 151, which puts us right around this support resistance level. Now that's minimum expected. You know, it could overextend up here to 168.60 as well. Locally here, looks like it's 1618 up. Yeah, 2.0 up there. And this pullback, $61.8. So yeah, so I think we've got a 1, 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So this will probably, I don't know, maybe it'll make it overextend. It's kind of a short setup here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's going to overextend. Yeah. See, we're going to get up there to 168. Almost the exact same level on both of them. So we'll get a wave 3 up there. Yeah, let me kind of change these all out. So wave 3 is going to be right here around 151, this local wave 3. And then I'll move these in just a minute here. Wave 4 will pull back. Wave 5 is going to get us up here at the secondary larger degree wave 3 target. So yeah, I think right now, I think this is what we're kind of looking at right there for QNT. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these since my app here is freaking out. XMR. I thought it was USD. Oh boy, where is this? Is this one? Maybe it is this one. Yeah. I think we're about to get a breakout. Again, accumulation here, 500, whatever this is, almost 550 somewhat days here. Again, we've got consolidation into resistance. I'm not saying it's an ascending. Ooh, our Bitcoin signal going up. All right. Those are crypto signals that we do, guys. We do have a crypto signal service. You can find it at members.texaswestcapital.com. But that was that IOTA and that. I don't know if I set IOTA up. It might have just been the one I was watching. The Bitcoin one, though, I did set up this morning. But yeah, so this is good accumulation right here. Looks like it wants to break out. You know, really, we have this area right here. This part, we got to get above that. But the descending resistance, we had a large candle breakout, large spike of volume there. Came back, retested a support. Higher lows into this accumulation area. It looks like it wants to break out higher. Based on the height here, based on the height of this area, the lowest target be up there at around 312 and a half. And so we'll be there. So hopefully y'all like that. But it's kind of almost a similar setup to Ethereum there, guys, right? Okay, what was the other one I said I was going to look at? Coin? Let's see. I don't remember the last time I looked at coin. I do have a chart, though, from last month. Look at it going, popping out higher. It's going higher. Look at that. All right. So we're filling in this gap over here from April 6th or so. Nice breakout here. at this nice channel we're watching. I think we've got a 1-2, 1-2, which would be similar to the Bitcoin count, right? 1-2, 1-2. So wave three is up here at 297.25. So that's kind of the next area I'm looking at. This is the daily chart here. We've got a bit of room to go here on the Stochc RSI. RSI remains overbought. And let me see, what's the weekly look like? Yeah, weekly. Look at how well overbought we're getting on the weekly. Wow. Look at how great these candles are. Woo! I was talking about going long over here. You guys remember that? $70? Look at that. We're up about 150% off that. Man, that was a nice breakout here and just kind of continue to rally up there. Looks good on that. Let's see. Yeah, I like us looking. You can look right here for a potential, at least a shorter term pullback, even right here at 185. That's the R1 pivot there on the weekly. But man, look at that candle coming out of today. Gapped up a little bit, pulled back, and then rallying off here. Yeah, let's see. This would be a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4. See, I think it's overextended 3. So this is going to be 1-2 here. And then this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Might get that 5 right there. Maybe this 3 here. Or it may, if it continues to rally through the 185 area, we'll look up here at the ascending resistance, right? So we'll have to see where it goes. There's no telling if it's going to do here or go all the way to that resistance there, but you know, if we can get that up there again, we're kind of looking at this wave 4 area, this interior wave 4 area here as the target area. So whether it goes up here toward the resistance or it just gets right up here to the R1 pivot, we're kind of looking at this R as our initial period, you know, pullback there for that wave 4. And where does wave 5 go then? So wave 5 will then get at least 233. Let me make sure on this real quick. Yeah. So I think we may get an overextension here and then pull it up here. It might end up getting all the way up to that 297 area. It just kind of depends on what we're doing here. How far are we going to push up before we finally get the pullback? But I do believe it'll just be a 3 and then a 4 and then a 5 of potentially that 3 there. So yeah. What's your thoughts with Q1, mainly March timeline being more of a larger correction for Dow and Bitcoin markets? I mean, you know, they've been overextending, guys. I've been talking about this for the last year that we'd probably see a rally into the end of the year, beginning of Q1, and then we'd see that pullback into halving with Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see us continue to push up into the end of the year, potentially even partway into January, and then kind of pull back into, you know, March, April, that area, and then going from there. So, I mean, it's still the same thing, you know, that I've been talking about for the past year. I think it's still the same idea there. Okay. DKNG. Let's see here. It's DraftKings, but I always want to say Donkey Kong when I see it. Always, always, always. What do we got here? Look at this beautiful hole. This is still the 200 SMA, I believe. The 200 MA. Yeah, SMA. Yeah. Look how beautiful it fell in support there. Popped up. Let's see. Great bit of accumulation going on down here, so that looks good. Jump across the creek, back to the edge of the creek, riding back up, show strength, continuing on. reaccumulation right here. Let's back up and testing it. I want to see us hold this right here and pop off higher. If we don't hold this right here, I think we come on down to mid-range S1 pivot right here. Right around $30 or so, 29.5. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening, kind of filling in this fair value gap here. I mean, come a little bit lower to fill it in, but a lot of times you just get most of it filled. Let's see. This looks like a flat. Let's see. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. Yes, it'd be a short pullback if that is 3 there. And we got 4. And then, yeah, it looks like a 3. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. I think we've got locally here 1, 2, 3. It may be done on a short here, a short one. If we rally from here, 42.85 would be the target. Is that R1 pivot? And let me see here. Yeah, look, it's almost exactly where we get based off the height of wave 4 there. So I think so we might end up getting. Now, if we come back down lower here, the target's going to be a little bit, further. Get like a 50% or something. 44, 3/4 or whatever. But where it's standing right now, and the hammer candle looks like it's trying to print on the dip right below pivot support, top of the range. Looks like we're probably headed up to 43, which just gets you this previous area of support and resistance. So it makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah. We could potentially see $20.50 on the pullback if we get rejected there and come on back down into it. But this could also overextend higher. And so, you could watch here at the 49.50 area. It's kind of high volume node. If it does continue to break out through there, you could look up there as the next target, followed by right here around $56, $57. Those would be the ones I watch if it continues pushing up there. But I think we're probably getting toward the end of that, it looks like. So, yeah. Luke says, so no fundamentals, okay, understood. So when it comes to stuff like supply shock and the ETF, et cetera, what does that mean to you for the future? Or don't you even consider it? I don't. There's no reason to. It's all in the charts already. Think of it this way. The price on the chart, okay, is based on what people are already feeling, right? So you don't have to worry about what you think is going to happen with it. Look at what the market's doing. And this is where it comes down to understanding how and why the market moves like it does and understanding how to actually read the price action, what's going on there. Because this is the way that I'm always in these trades, well, most of the time, before they even take off. And that's the way you should strive to do as you're a trader. You shouldn't be trying to guess like, oh, well, if it does, then it's going to do this huge thing. Look at the look at the charts. What do the charts say, right? And it just ends up making your life a whole hell of a lot easier. I'll be honest with you. Because anytime you're looking at things like supply shock and ETFs and whatever, in your mind, you already have an opinion of what you think is going to happen. So the way you view those events, without you even realizing it, is going to be trying to find some way to make those events support what you feel. The problem really, that's a problem in itself, but the other big problem is once you do that, you're kind of like stuck to that. You're married to that in your mind. Inside you're like all in on that. And if something different happens, you're like, oh God, now what do I do? Right? But human beings tend to do things in patterns. They tend to do things in predictable manners, forecastable manner. And that's a lot of what we teach, at TWC. Because, that means that you can take all that out. You don't have to worry about it. Everybody and their grandmother's talking about the ETF. Yeah, okay. The charts seem to suggest, that price is bottomed, it's going up. So whatever you want that to mean in terms of ETF, you can mean whatever you want it to mean, but the charts say price go up, right? And they've said that for the last year. So I know it's kind of, if you're not used to it, it's really difficult to kind of wrap your head around and get used to. But for me, it was something I came into, over the last 28 years of doing it, right? Just with learning everything I was learning, the different ways to trade. And I, started understanding there were correlations in the way that things were done and they were getting the same targets. And I started looking into why. And, so now I don't ever worry about all that other stuff. I explain the other stuff with the charts, not the other way around. I don't try to explain the charts with that other stuff. Because again, I'm still human. I'm going to be emotional. I'm still prone to emotions, really. And so, that means it makes my life a lot tougher as a trader. So if I can get that out and just start reading the charts, right, the way that I understand them, then all of a sudden I don't have to worry about emotion. My emotion's not in there anymore. And so I'm usually, like I said, we're in before things take off, right? So again, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, Link, SQ, Meta, Carvana. Just so many things, right? That I've done over the last year and a half. I've been calling out there. Dollar General. And so, that's the way to do it, right? ADA looks good too. Yeah. It can go up. I wish I could stay longer, guys, but it is 10 after my usual time. I'm usually here for an hour and a half. I've been here an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys joining in as always. All right. Don't forget, if you'd like to join us at TWC, you can do that by following the link underneath here. If you can't find it, if you have trouble with it, whatever, send me a DM on Twitter or something or whatnot. Or join the free side of TWC over there and send me a DM, and I'll get you the link directly there that you can just click on and do that. But yeah, like I said, you're going to get a 30% discount on our annual for our premium group coaching, and our price is going to double. Our group coaching price is going to double in January, but you're going to lock in this discounted rate off our current price for as long as you want to remain a member and continue to renew. I'll keep honoring that discounted price for you. So I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, and I hope when I say Merry Christmas, you understand I'm not being disrespectful to you or anything, but I'm actually doing that from a place of warmth and a place of hope and a place of forward-looking prosperity for everybody here, okay? You guys take care. And man, oh man, I guess I will see you guys next Friday. Don't forget, Fibbo is not going to be here next Friday because he's out with family. He's going to be out visiting family for the holidays. But he said he would be then the next week, so the first week of January. All right? All right, y'all take care. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you guys later.